What's up, Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, and welcome everybody to week 7 of the SDA, where this week we're going to be going up against none other than the Umbra Guardian and the Winnetka Wyrdeers. I'm very excited for this game. This is a very important game for us to win, because we're actually, both of us are at the same win-loss ratio with 1 point in difference in differential. He has -5 and I have -4. Whoever wins this is still in contention for playoffs and is actually looking kind of decent. And whoever loses this is out of playoffs, basically. Like, you can't get in playoffs. So this is a very important win for both of us. We are both going to be playing our guts out for this game because we both really want this win. And I'm not gonna lie, this team is absolutely terrifying. I have spent hours working on this team, literally. But I think I've finally come up with something that will actually get me the W. So here's hoping that we do. Without any further ado, let's get started with the team. So my opponent has got Latios, Scizor, Alolan Ninetales, Annihilate, Donphan, Tentacruel, Tornadus, Typhlosion that can tear into a Grass, Fire, or Electric type, Greninja, and a Hisuian Electrode that can tear into Grass, Fairy, or Ice type, and an Ariados that can tear into a Ghost, Poison, or Dark type. Overall, this team kind of looks like this team. Well, no, it doesn't kind of look. It is very terrifying. I'm very scared about a lot of threats on this team. A Hisuian Electrode can just destroy me if I'm not too careful, so I very much prepped around that. I can see it being Terra, Ice, or Grass. I don't think Fairy is coming, and I think this will be the Terra Captain. I can definitely see Scizor coming, especially a Swords Dance like Endgame Sweep, or even like a bulky set, maybe. Annihilate, I think, very much could easily come. I think Latios has a really good chance of coming. I think Donphan has a very good chance of coming as well. And I think Alolan Ninetales has a very good chance of coming as well. I could also see Tentacruel. I could also see Greninja. Greninja is another one that I think could really easily come. Ariados, I'm not too worried about. I don't really know what it does. I know it sets up webs, but that's pretty much it. So I'm not too scared about that. I think I have a really great team to kind of counter everything and hope for a win. Big things I'm nervous about, Aurora Veil, Alolan Ninetales with the Annihilate. However, I do have a very good ways to counter it because, again, Annihilate and screens is very terrifying, so, but, yeah, without any further ado, I think I'm going to go ahead and get started with the team preview, so, yeah. So first up is going to be my lead, or at least, like, my very possible lead, Stormy the Kilo Watcher, holding the Choice Scarf this week with Thunderbolt, Hurricane, Air Slash, and Volt Switch. This is just pure stab, this is pure offense with Volt Absorb, so that way I can take advantage of Hisuian Electrode if I need to. With the Grass, Fairy, Ice types, obviously, as well. I am Terra Electric, so that way I can power up my stab, and also become neutral to Ice, which is obviously really great. And, yeah, not much needs to be said about this set. The, max special attack, very high speed, which is basically almost max. I have enough speed to outspeed a Choice Scarfed Greninja. That is the purpose of this set. Again, Volt Switch is there for momentum, Air Slash is there for if I really want to make sure I hit my flying type move, Hurricane is there for big damage, and Thunderbolt is there for big damage. So, yeah. I will say, this is my guaranteed lead unless this one thing happens. I will lead this unless Greninja does not show, but Donphan does. If Greninja makes an appearance, this is the lead 100% of the time. If Donphan does not make an appearance, this is 100% of the time my lead. So yeah, but if Greninja doesn't come, and if Donphan does come, my next pick is Azelf, Valor the Azelf, coming in with another Choice Scarf. I'm running dual Scarf this week because I am scared of things like the Hisuian Electro being an endgame sweeper. And I'm another physical set. I am max attack, very high speed, very high defense, Play Rough, Fire Punch, Trick, and U-Turn. Trick is there just in case I see a situation where I'm like, okay, I can scarf something. I don't need the scarf on Azelf anymore. Then I can do that to make sure an opponent is locked into a move. U-Turn is there for momentum. Fire Punch is there specifically for the Scizor, and Play Rough is there specifically for the Annihilate. And yeah, this thing is meant to chip things down. This thing is meant to trick things. Like I could trick the Alolan Ninetales, for example. I do outspeed the Latios, and I do outspeed Tornadus with this set naturally. So if they run Scarf, I can still outspeed them. And yeah, the reason I'm running physical defense investments is for an endgame Scizor Bullet Punch sweep. That is why I am running this particular set. So yeah, hopefully it comes in clutch. Next up, we have got Pinky the Clefable holding the leftovers this week with max HP, max special defense. This is my special defensive wall with Moonblast, Psyshock, Wish, and Flamethrower. Moonblast is there because Stab Fairy does really great wonders against my opponent's team. And being able to lower the special attack of a lot of these Pokemon is obviously really great because a majority of this team's threats are special, and this thing can just wall them very easily. This thing walls Latios, this thing walls like Alolan Ninetales. Psyshock is there specifically for the Tentacruel. Wish is there to Wish Pass and obviously get HP recovery myself. And Flamethrower is there so that way I can hit the Scizor as well if it once again comes to an endgame and I need to be able to tank a Bullet Punch. Hopefully I can. Then I fire off a Flamethrower and hopefully win the game. So that is the purpose of this set. Hopefully it comes in clutch. Next up is Mandy, a very crucial member of this team, especially if Annihilate comes. Rocky Helmet is the item, Foul Blade, Defog, Roost, and Toxic is the moveset. I'm running a tad amount in speed, max defense, and like almost max HP with a jolly nature. This set outspeeds its minimum speed investment Annihilate, and I can fire off Foul Plays, I can fire off Defogs, I can fire off Roost and Toxics, whatever I need to do. Obviously, the goal is to make sure that Annihilate can't set up subs and things like that, so Toxic is there for that reason if it starts setting up in my face. Foul Play is a great neutral coverage. Defog is there because while it will trigger Defiance, I can take pretty much any hit this thing wants to throw at me besides one of the elemental punches, and I can deal a crap ton of damage back. And Defog's also there to get rid of screens, and it's also there to get rid of webs if they do come for whatever reason. And Roost is there for HP recovery, obviously. So, yeah. This set, if it's a more offensive Annihilate and it's a faster Annihilate, this will not outspeed it, and it could fire off a taunt very easily. So, the last two Pokemon that are meant to kind of help bait in Annihilate could very easily help with this particular situation. First Pokemon is Mudbath the Ursaluna holding the Assault Vest this week with Bulldoze, Brick Break, Fire Punch, and Play Rough. Max attack, max special defense. The reason I'm max special defense and not max HP is because, again, majority of these Pokemon are special attackers, and Clefable can Wish Pass to recover a lot more HP, which I value very much. Bulldoze is there to lower speed, so especially for Annihilate particularly, if I can lower that thing's speed, Mandibuzz guarantees outspeeds, and unless he clicks Taunt on the switch for whatever reason, then it's honestly fine. Brick Break is there specifically so that way I can break screens if I absolutely need to. Fire Punch is there again for the Scizor. Player Off is there specifically for Annihilate and Latios. And also Greninja as well. Electro does not want to take a Fire Punch. Ariados does not want to take a Fire Punch if it doesn't Terra, which I really don't see it coming. And yeah, this thing can hit pretty much any Pokemon for a lot of damage besides like Donphan, for example. It can't really hit Donphan very well, but that is this set. I'm very much looking forward to it, and this leads to my final pick, my other Assault Vest user, Sandslash, with its Fairy, Terra type, a defensive typing this week, with Triple Axle, Iron Head, Bulldoze, and Terra Blast as well. Max attack, very high in HP, and a decent amount of coverage in speed. Triple Axle is there specifically so that way I can just get my maximum amount of damage off with Triple Axle versus like the Latios, the Donphan, the Annihilate even, things like that. Iron Head is there for Stab Steel. Bulldoze is there for the same reason as versus as Ursaluna. Annihilate, being able to lower that thing's speed is obviously really great, which is also why I have the speed investment that I do. I can outspeed a non-Scarf Greninja if it is -1. So that is the purpose of this set. And then Terra Blast is there because Stab Fairy just does really great wonders, and not a lot of Pokemon want to be able to handle this Alolan Sandslash if it does Terra Fairy. This is going to be my priority when it comes to Terra Captains, but if for some reason Sandslash goes down and I need to rely on a powerful electric type, then I have Kilowattrel there to finish things off. So yeah, that is the team that I am bringing this week, and hopefully we can pull off a win because we really need it. I should also mention while I'm looking at it, Slush Rush is the ability. This does not really matter because it's always going to be the ability because I'm not allowed to run like Snow Cloak or anything like that, but that is very critical because if I am at +2, I believe I might outspeed Hisuian Electrode at +2 as well, or with a Slush Rush. So I can very easily see Alolan Tiles not make an appearance because of the fact that I have Alolan Sandslash. The fact that I have Alolan Sandslash means that Ninetales is going to have a very hard time being able to safely set things up, especially if I'm able to break or defog the screens away. So yeah, without any further ado though, I've talked your ears off, and I think it's finally time to whap into the battle. What? And we are back. So, I'm here, I'm ready to battle. I'm very nervous about this fight. I was actually watching a couple of his videos, and both battles I saw he brought Toxic on Tentacruel, and I don't have Guts on Ursaluna, which kind of sucks, so I'm hoping not to see that. I don't see that, thankfully. I do see Typhlosion. Okay, let's see here. We don't see a Alolan Ninetales, thank goodness. Alright, so that's not near as much of a threat. We do see Greninja, we don't see Donphan. Alright, that's amazing. This is extremely ideal. I just lead Kilowattrel here, and I fire off a Volt Switch no matter what. That is really easy to do. We see Hisuian Electro, we see Greninja, we see Latios, we see Annihilape, we see Scizor, we see Typhlosion. The one thing that does kind of surprise me is Typhlosion. But we don't have a reason to click Defog on the Mandibuzz, which is great. I am okay with that. We don't see Tornadus. I was a bit scared of Tailwind Prankster stats things, but yeah, okay. Very glad not to see those certain Pokemon. Again, very glad not to see a little Ninetales as well. I'm not as surprised not to see that, but the fact that it's not there is amazing for me. So I'm very glad I didn't bring Brick Break on the Sandslash. That also makes Annihilape a lot easier to deal with, because Annihilape under screens, if he brought the right set, really screwed me over. So I'm very glad I don't have to play around Veil today. Very, very, very nice about that. I'm very excited for this match. Good luck, have fun to my opponent as always. Alolan Sandslash's Assault Vest looks amazing here as well, which I am a big fan of. So we're going to lead Kilowattrel. We're going to fire off a Volt Switch on something, unless I want to stay in for whatever reason. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. Here we go. Let's have some fun. Let's see. It's probably going to be Greninja if I had to guess. Shigaraki is going to be Annihilape. Ooh, okay. So I have an option here. He could be Assault Vest. I saw that he brought Assault Vest one time. And if it's max but def, I'm actually not doing a lot to this thing. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click Volt Switch. It's a very easy Volt Switch for me to make. If he wants to stay in, he can. I just switch in Mandibuzz. Because again, Mandibuzz is my dedicated switch into this thing. And we'll go from there, but we will see what happens. My opponent's thinking. Again, very glad not to see Donphan. That makes this game a whole lot easier. The worst possible team composition would have been Greninja and Donphan on the same team. Especially for my lead, because if Donphan made an appearance but Greninja, or if both of them made an appearance, then I would have to play around Volt Switching on a possible Greninja lead. I am very glad not to see Greninja here. This tells me he's probably not Scarfed. He does stay in, though. He goes as we go for Volt Switch, which does a lot of damage. 18 to 22%, that's more than that. So it's not Assault Vest, it's not a bulky set. This could be a more offensive set. So I'm going to switch in Mandibuzz here. Also, no Tentacruel is really good for me. Especially for my defensive win cons. Rock Tomb, ooh, I respect that. Okay, you could be. I could see you clicking Taunt here. You are lefties. Okay, you're not. Let's take out the Spadef. Say you're Adamant. Versus Mandibuzz, that did a decent chunk. Rock Tomb, did 20 to 24%. Okay, so you're probably not that. I wonder if you're Fizzbulk. You might be Fizzbulk actually. Because, yeah, Volt Switch, you're definitely not like that, so you could be Fizzbulk. My speed is lowered, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click a neutral Foul Play on the off chance that he clicks Taunt. I think that's the safest play for me to make. I don't see a reason for, I don't see a reason not to do that at this point, because my speed is lower. And this stops Bulk Up, this stops a lot of other things. Close Combat pops off, so we do get a defense drop as well, which is great. And the Rocky Helmet chip, so that's really, really good for me. Foul Play. Okay, so yeah, this thing just straight up dies to Mandibuzz. That's a massive threat out of the way. So I'm very curious to see what comes in next. Probably, if I had to guess, Electrode. Annihilape being gone this early on is really good for us, because that was by far the biggest threat on the team. We could see, I'm thinking, if the Typhlosion is Terra Electric, we see that, or we see Hisuian Electrode. It's one of the two, for sure. And in which case, Bakugo, that is the Electrode. By the way, shout out to My Hero Academia names, I love it. Okay, also I will move my headset so you won't hear the shiny stuffs. Okay, so let's see. You're going to fire off an electric move, probably. I think here I just switch into Mudbath anyways, even if you go for Terra Ice, Electrode, Hisui, because I am max Spadef on the Ursaluna. So Ursaluna, even if you do predict this, Leaf Storms is 49 to 58%, I switch into Ursaluna here. There's zero reason for me not to. They double. Okay, so what do they switch in here? Dobby, I don't remember what this is. Is this Typhlosion? Okay, interesting. So Typhlosion comes out. This could be Terra Grass. This could be Typhlosion Terra Grass, which I have to keep in mind. Grass, Terra. Let's see if you're Terra Blast. Focus Blast. Let's see here. Terra Blast. If I can spell it right. What? 49 to 59%, that's a lot of damage. Holy crap. Oh, that's Vex though. Okay. So, I could Bulldoze. I could Fire Punch here, predicting either a switch or the Grass Terra. So I think I'm going to click Fire Punch here for a neutral play. See if they try to surprise me with a Terra Grass. Or if they swap out here. I could very easily see a swap out as well. They don't Terra into a Fire or Electric type here. I don't think if they do Terra here, it's going to be Grass. And I doubt they stay in. I would be shocked if they stay in here. Let's see. I do wonder why Focus Blast doesn't show any, like, calcs here for damage. That's a bit interesting. Unless it doesn't get that anymore. That is going to be Latios. Okay, interesting. So, Fire Punch, boom. Latios. So, interesting that this is the switch. Latios. Let's say you're Scarf for fun. But Play Rough does 85 to 100%. I click Play Rough here, because you can't do anything to me. So, unless you're Grass, you could be Grass Knot. Luster Purge. Okay, you just click Luster Purge here. So, if this Play Rough lands, we take that very well. Our special defense does fall, which is a bit unfortunate. We land the Play Rough. This should be a dead Latios. Beautiful. Alright, we are looking phenomenal. Two massive threats are gone. Scizor could still be an issue. Greninja could be an issue as well. I still don't know what the Terra is, which scares me. The Scizor comes in. I revealed Fire Punch, so I'm very curious about this play. I think I'm just going to click Fire Punch though. Trailblaze. Ooh, so you're going for the setup. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Holy crap. That was a crit. Ooh. Okay, well, we'll see. This could be Akaberry as well. It's not Akaberry. And you just straight up died. Wow. Okay, that's massive. Scizor's gone. This is really amazing. Oh my god, this is phenomenal for us. We are looking great. Okay. Yeah, that was a very interesting play by my opponent. I'm not sure why that happened. We could see a Greninja. We could see a Typhlosion. We could see anything, honestly. Whatever he wants to bring in. I think I'd just let Ursaluna go down here, though, as unfortunate as that is. We are looking really good, though. We still have 6 Pokemon. Froppy, that is the Greninja. So we see Greninja here. I just let this thing go down. I click, I'm just going to click Bulldoze just to lower this thing's speed on the off chance. They do click U-turn. That's fine. That's completely fine by me. Mudbath goes down. That's completely fine. That is completely fine by me. It did what it needed. It really did what it needed to do. Alolan Sandslash looks freaking phenomenal here. Alolan Sandslash is amazing. I can Terra, I can do whatever I need to with that thing. So Bakugo, the Hisuian Electrode comes in. Let's see, what do I want to bring in versus this? I could bring in Azelf, actually could do some damage against that. Electrode Hisui. And I could click U-turn on this thing as well. Fire Punch is 80 to 94%. And if it's a Terra Grass, how much is Leaf Storm doing? Leaf Storm KO straight up. I could just click U-turn though. I could honestly just click U-turn very easily here. I could just click U-turn. Do I do that or do I go into Jack Frost here? You know what? I think I'm gonna go. No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what the Terra option is. Okay, what does Clefable do? I think I go Clefable. I'm gonna not think about it. I'm gonna go Clefable. I'm gonna go Clefable here. I'm trying to make sure that I play to the best of my ability. Yeah, this was the best play possible because I can just do a defensive wish. Because the most it can do to me is like Leaf Storm. Volt Switch, that's fine. That's fine by me. And we will see what happens with this. We'll see what wants to come in here. It's probably going to be Typhlosion if I had to guess, but I am a very Spadef invested boy. Dobby comes in. So this is going to be Typhlosion. My goal is to try to see what the Terra is. Eruption does 64 to 76%, which could do a big chunk to me, but I can still take it. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click Psyshock, because Psyshock does the most damage against everything. Yeah, nothing wants to take a hit versus this thing right now, so I think I'm just going to click Psyshock and let Clef take the hit. Fire Blast. Okay, so you do land the Fire Blast, which is a bit unfortunate. That's a crit as well. That's also a bit unfortunate. But at least we get the Wish off, which is good. Psyshock, okay, that'll at least chip down like Eruption if you did have it. But yeah, we do get the Wish, which is great. This also is not Specs, obviously, but it is very, very heavily... It's probably Modest, actually. Yes, this is definitely heavily invested, probably Modest, if I had to guess. Modest. They do land the second one. It does... Okay, maybe it's not Modest then, because that actually did, like, a decent chunk less. Yeah, I just click Wish here. That's fine. Okay, so... Let's see. I think I just do the same thing again. I could click Moonblast here, either predicting a switch, or... I could do that, actually. I could predict a switch. I think I'm going to Moonblast, because also if I get a special attack drop, that could be amazing. We do get the switch right. Okay, please bring in Greninja. Greninja coming in here. Greninja comes in here. This is taking a massive, massive, massive chunk, which is amazing for me. Moonblast, bada bing, bada boom. That thing dies. Let's go. Yes. Let's go, Clef. 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 Yes. Okay, this is really, really good. This is really amazing for us. Holy crap. Okay. I think if Typhlosion was Terrafire, it would have done Terrafire then. I think we honestly will probably win this. I think we have this in the bag now. Because I can just use one of my offensive mods to finish this game off, which is great. So I'm going to click Wish again. Zero reason for me not to. They also have to be careful about Fire Blast missing as well. They could also be hoping for a Spadef drop here, which they could try and get. There's no reason for me not to click Psyshock now. There's zero reason for me not to click Psyshock. Because everything else is down, so I click Psyshock. Excuse me. I am willing to bet that this is a scarf of some... This is a choice item, for sure. This is the way this is being played, this is definitely a choice item. That does 50%. I hate to be that person. Well, also this will proc a possible Spadef drop, which is not great for me. So I think I'm gonna click Psyshock again, actually. Shadow Ball, yeah, you're vibing for a Spadef drop of some kind. How well can Mandibuzz take that hit? Shadow Ball does 10 to 13% to it. But that also just brings in another mod for free. So I think I'm just going to stay in here, click the Psyshock button one more time, and then I'm going to click Wish next turn. Hopefully no Spadef drop. Please no... Okay, we do get the Spadef drop, which is a bit unfortunate, but... I mean, again, this ultimately comes down to... crit. Wow, that matters a lot. I think I can honestly just switch in... Sandslash here. I think I can just switch in Sandslash now. Because, yeah, Electrode has no way of beating Clefable. Electrode has zero options for Clefable. We win that 1v1 every single time. It literally just, all that matters is the thing. So yeah, I'm just going to switch in Jack Frost here. There's zero reason for me not to do this play. We are Assault Vest, Adamant. So this is just the play I'm going to make to make sure I get rid of that Spadef drop. This is really good for us. Really, 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 really great. I'm a very big fan of this. Alright, so we do see the Terra pop. What is this Terra going to be? The Terra survey says is Ice. Okay, that's as expected. As expected. So if you're Terra Ice, I think Ironhead just wins the game. Ironhead just does win the game. So Terra Blast, that's also perfect for me. We take this hit to the bank and back. So, yeah, this does nothing. Boom. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. Let's go Jack Frost. Alright, Ironhead, this GG's. I think this is GG. We 5-0 victory. We love to see it. We freaking love to see it. Massive for us. We are actually not only in the positive of the differentials, but now we are definitely in the running for playoffs. It's kind of funny because I actually have another battle coming up later tonight. It's my Week 8 battle for the SDA. So this, if we win that battle, I think we kind of guarantee a playoff spot, or at least we look very good for a playoff spot. But this definitely helps us out a lot. GG's to my opponent, really well played. I actually forgot about Aftermath, I forgot about that, but thankfully it was not that. So, It was not too bad, so that's very, very good. GG's to my opponent. Really, really well played. Love the sets. I think the Trailblaze on Scizor was very interesting because, yeah, I think that was a really interesting play to the Scizor. I don't know if they just forgot that I had Fire Punch. That could have honestly legitimately happened, and I would not blame them if they forgot. But, yeah, that's freaking phenomenal. Ursaluna got 2 kills. Clefable got 2 kills. And let's see, what else got kills? Sandslash got the kill. What was the last Pokemon that got a kill? It was freaking... What was it? I don't even remember anymore. What was the first KO? What was the first Pokemon that died? It was Annihilate. What killed Annihilate? I don't even remember. I don't even remember. Oh, it was Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz picked up a KO. Let's go, Mandibuzz. Let's go, Mandibuzz. We love to see it. Yeah, 5-0 victory. Very massive for us. Very, very good. And the only death was the Ursaluna to the... I believe it was the Greninja was the one Pokemon that got it. So, but yeah, GG's once again to my opponent. Really, 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 really well played. And yeah, that'll do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. And I'll see you later in the next video. Peace out, man!